3, we teach the marks. There are 3 types of marks: the hand mark, the overhead mark, and the Specky mark. The hand mark, we use digger arms to teach the kids to scoop the ball up to their chest. For the overhead mark, we use our hands to make a W for a camera to watch the ball through until we catch it. And the last mark, the Specky mark, which is short for spectacular, we use a running, jumping mark with our overhead mark hands. And the game we run at the end of the session is over the river. Now, does anyone here know what a mark is? Perfect, yeah. Because in KiwiKick, we don't call it catching, we call it marking, all right? And we have 3 different types of marks that we use, all right? The first one, okay, is probably our easiest mark, and it's called the hand mark. Can everyone say that? Very good. And could I borrow you for a second? Very good. If you just want to stand up here, if you just want to lob me the ball, just lob it to me. This is what a hand mark looks like. Okay, can everyone see that? Very good, thank you very much. In the hand mark, alright, I would like everyone to put their arms out like this. And I would like you to bring them, your elbows together, like that. Now, what sort of hands, what sort of machine does this? A digger. Alright, so can everyone get their digger hands out like that? Now, is a digger wide like this? No, because if you were to scoop up the dirt, what would happen? It would go straight through. So if you were trying to catch a ball like this or take a mark, where would the ball go? Straight through there. So we have our hands together like that, and then we use our scooping motion just like a digger would. So scooping up like that. So can everyone show me that again? Very good. Alright, so when the ball comes up to you, alright, you're just going to scoop the ball up and it's going to sit in on your chest, okay? Where's that ball sitting? On my chest, very good. So, you again, we're just going to show you one more time, okay? So, hands here, scoop up just like that, okay? So, what I would like you all to do is to stand up. Oh, nice, Emma, good work. So easy. So now we're going to do another mark, because do you think if the ball is coming in the air up here, it's going to be easy to use a hand mark? No, it's pretty hard to go like that, isn't it? So we have to use another type of mark, okay? And this type of mark is called an overhead mark. Can everyone say that? Overhead. One more time. Overhead mark. Very good. Alright, so in the overhead mark, alright, is because we use that because in AFL KiwiKick, our drop punt is a type of pass. So when you drop punt the ball, it's probably going to be coming up here. Okay, makes it a bit harder, so we have to use our overhead mark. Now, could everyone put their arms in the air? Here are some tips to help you out. You wave them around. Very good. Now what I want you to do is to bring your thumbs together to make a W. Right? And I want your fingers nice and spread out. So can everyone see my W? Now with that W, what you're going to do is you're going to imagine that in here, there is a camera. Okay? And in that camera, you're going to be taking pictures. Alright? Can you take pictures and look through your camera if your hands are behind your head? No. What about now? Can I look through like that? Yeah. Very good. So can everyone take some pictures of the sky? Very good. Now, with your camera, okay, you're going to be taking pictures of the ball as it comes towards you. So you're going to be watching it through your camera all the way until it lands in and smashes your camera. So Megan here is going to show you. So, what I do is I put my arms up, I make my W, which is my nice camera, and I'm going to watch the ball through my camera all the way until it hits and lands in the camera. Now, do I still have my W? Yes. Can everyone see that? Yes. Yeah. So you still want to have your W as you wrap the ball, your hands around the ball. So Megan's going to show you. So Megan's hands up. Alright, just going to lob it up to her like that. And she's going to catch it like that. Megan, show them your W. Can everyone see the W? Yes. Very good. So what are you going to do? You're going to stand again this far and you're going to lob it underarm and try and land it on top of your partner's head because they're going to catch it using the overhead mark. So remember, use your underarm. Throw. Nice, good. So, who found that pretty easy? Who found it a little bit harder than the chest mark? Yeah, it's a little bit harder because you don't have the support of your body to hold the ball in, so you have to use your hands and trust in your hands up there, okay? But that was pretty good. I was very impressed with your overhead mark skills. So the last mark, right, that we're going to do is a pretty special mark, alright? Because it involves you running and jumping to take the mark, right? This mark is called a Specky mark. Now, does anyone here know what Specky is short for? No, close. No. Does anyone know Specky? Spectacular. So can everyone say spectacular mark? Spectacular mark. And how do we shorten it? It's called a Specky mark. Very good, a Specky mark. Now the reason we use a Specky mark, Megan can come in here, is because if Megan is standing there in front of me with her hands up trying to take an overhead mark, okay, and I come running through and I do a big jump and jump up and go up over her like that and get closer to the ball, who do you think's got the best chance of taking the mark? Me, exactly, because I can get to the ball earlier before she has a chance to take the mark, okay? So that is why we use a Specky mark. Now we've got a very special way that we jump to take the Specky mark, alright? So I need you guys to watch it. You need to hold the ball up for me, okay? And this is what the Specky mark looks like, alright? Like that. Alright, now, can anyone tell me how many feet I jumped off? How many legs did I jump off? One, very good, perfect. And does anyone know what I did with the other leg? Yeah, I bent it, yeah, exactly. I bent it up and I brought it all the way up like that. Does anyone know why I might have done that? Perfect, yeah, very good. So I can get nice and high. So when the ball's up in the air like that, okay, if I just try and jump like this, off one leg, it doesn't get very high, but when I bring it up like that, I do that. And also, did anyone see the type of hands I used? Was it like our hand mark or our overhead mark? Overhead. Exactly, we used our overhead mark hands and we drove up with one leg and took the mark like that. So I'm going to show you one more time. Very good, just like that, alright. So we make sure we drive that leg up nice and high, okay, to get that big height. So, you and your partner are just going to do, before I say go, are just going to hold the ball up like that, and you're going to run through and jump and take it out of their hands using the Specky mark technique. But if you're a little bit shorter, just like Megan is than me, you might have to either stand on tippy toes or just give it a little bit of a lob as they run through. I've seen you do it. Let's go. Big run, big jump. This is the river, alright? So I'm swimming in the river at the moment, alright? And there is one island here. So tigers, you're standing inside one island. Lions, you're standing in your own island here. The aim of this game is to drop punt the ball from your island over the river and land it in the other team's island. Now, Megan, would you like to show them the drop punt? Like that, and inside the island. So that would be 1 point to your team. Now, the drop punts must go over shoulder height. So that's your shoulder height, okay? So drop punts must go over shoulder height. Now to stop the team from getting a point, so if the Tigers had drop punted the ball into the square, to stop them getting a point, you have to try and take a mark. Alright, so we learnt 3 marks today, okay? So you can use all the marks that we use. We learnt the hand mark, the overhead mark, and the Specky mark. So you've got to use all of them. Now if the ball lands inside the river, there is no point and it's the other team's ball. If it lands outside of the island, so just in like the ocean, you get no points and it's the other team's ball. Are there any questions? Go guys! Oh, 1-0. 1-0. 1-all. 2-1. Got to go over shoulder height, remember? Oh, good mark. 2. Oh, there we go. 4-2. 5-2. Good mark. 7-4. 7-5. So 8 all guys, first to 11. Oh, it's 9-8. Still first to 11. That's right. So what do we do with our jumping? How many legs do we jump off? One. And what do we do with the other leg? Drive it up. Very good. Now, what was the other type of mark? Yep, the hand mark. And what sort of arms do we have? Bigger arms, and we scoop it up to our chest. That's right. And there was one other type of mark. So there was the Specky mark, the hand mark, and the... Yep, we called it the... It's not below my head, it's... Overhead mark. Very good. That's right. And what sort of hands do we have? W hands. Very good. We make our camera and we watch the ball all the way through, and we keep our W when we take the mark. So very good, guys. Well done today. If you guys could stand up and go off to the teacher, you guys. If the children can answer the questions that you put forward to them, you know that you've explained it in a way that they understand.